Alright, Scorpio, this is going to be your guys' collective reading. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, that this is not going to resonate for every single Scorpio out there. Please check out your sun, moon, and rising signs, maybe even as well as your Venus sign. So I'm going to quickly shuffle the cards real quick. Give me just one moment, Scorpio. I am so excited to finally announce that I have my own line of candles. If you guys are interested in any of the candles that I've created, please check it out in the description box, as well as using the promo code Shae208. That will give you free shipping above anything that's $50 and up in purchase. If you guys are interested in learning about the significance between each candle, I created a video. Check it out, you guys. Thank you for supporting me, my channel, and my friend. Thank you. All right, Scorpios. What is going on in your guys' life currently? Well, I hate to kind of say this, Scorpio. It feels like you guys are going through kind of a dense, heavy energy at this time. I think what's going on with a lot of you guys is you're focusing on bettering yourselves. So there is this energy here that I'm feeling that you guys are around a lot of people that are watching you at this time very closely, Scorpio. I get the feeling that a lot of you guys might be trying to keep to yourselves because you can feel that energy about those around you. You can kind of sense that people around you are really combative about the things that maybe you're working on. There's definitely something here about you following a passion or following a goal, or you just trying to heal, right? Better yourself. But I get this feeling that you're around people that are trying to find ways to stop you from actually achieving this goal or this healing that you need. So it just kind of feels like you're kind of in this state of dealing with people around you. So I feel like, Scorpio, you're around people that they can see the potential, and I feel like people are lying to you, or again, there's something about people not rooting for you. So I feel like, Scorpio, recently you've made a milestone or you've accomplished something that was worth celebrating, but everyone around you completely ignored you, didn't give you the time of day, even could have downplayed your accomplishments, which could have really rendered you feeling hurt. Because I get this sense, Scorpio, that you're around people that are very jealous or envious of you. And a lot of people around you are like, I don't know, they're just trying really hard to make you look smaller or seem like you're not something that you really are. So there's definitely a lot of haters around you. And I feel like what's going on is they are trying to paint this illusion around you, Scorpio, that you are not accomplishing what you're actually accomplishing. So because you're not getting the praise and because people are downplaying you, it's almost like they're trying to erase what it is that you worked really hard for, because it's almost like, Scorpio, they don't want you to see your own worth. They don't want you to acknowledge the things that you're actually accomplishing or doing. And this could actually be leaving you feeling kind of hopeless, right? There is this sense of not really getting the motivation that you need, because it's hard, right? As we take action on things, when we don't get praise, we don't get the motivation from others to continue to keep going what we're doing, it really kind of does want to make us want to stop what we're doing, right? Like, for instance, nobody really supports me about this channel that I do. Nobody says, oh, I really like your videos. In fact, if anything, I just get ridiculed or I get criticized by the ones that are around me. So I feel like, Scorpio, you're kind of in that position yourself. You're like, what's the point? Why should I keep going if nobody's seeing your hard work? Nobody's acknowledging your hard work. And this has been kind of a theme in your life where I think you guys are starting to wake up to realizing, like, you know what, this person isn't around for me, this person's not there for me. And I feel like these people are low-key like trying to knock you down a couple of pegs. I just get the feeling that they're not really being very kind, or they're just saying little sly comments to you, Scorpio. So I think that a lot of you guys are becoming a little more secretive about the things that you're working on and the things that you're doing, because I get that, you know, Scorpios are very intuitive, you know. You're not stupid, Scorpio. You know when someone's throwing shade on you, you know when people around you are not celebrating you. And I feel like you are kind of in this you're waking everyone around you. You're shaking the foundations about everything around you. So people are seeing you actually start to strive, or there's some, like I said, there's some kind of milestone that you created, that you made, that's really freaking everyone out, because it's almost like these burdens that you've had are starting to get lifted off of you, and you're gonna get that 10 of Pentacles that you've been working so hard for. I feel like there's also going to be some kind of surge of money or some kind of income, or there's going to be something that comes into your life due to all of this hard work that you put in that no one is recognizing, Scorpio. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you've dealt with that Sagittarian, that Saturn energy, the constant grind. I feel like you guys have been working on some kind of particular goal, or again, even if this is something that's just like you're healing, right? Maybe you're going through therapy, maybe you're trying to better your life. There's definitely something here of self-improvement, and I feel like it's going to start to become tangible. See, Saturn is a beautiful planet. I absolutely love Saturn. Not only is it actually a beautiful planet itself, but also I love the energy that Saturn brings. Yes, it's a pain in the butt to have to go through the Sagittarian energies, like having to learn karmic lessons, or having to, again, taking that action day by day and being kind of like methodical in that way. But I feel like whatever Saturn brings, that wisdom, it brings in the actions that you had to take, and no one else can take that away from you. So whatever this is, Scorpio, that you're working on, no one can take away from you. This is all on you. You created this for yourself. You made this for yourself. And unfortunately, you're around people that are not giving you the praise. They're not giving you the love that you deserve. They're not showing you how hard you're working. You know, these people are really, like I said, just very downplaying, watering down your energy, watering down what you do. It's almost like if you're around a group of friends, right, and someone's like, oh, what do you do for a living? And then somebody will quickly just like butt in and be like, oh, they do this or that. And like they downplay you. Everyone around you is downplaying you. They're not in your corner. And I feel like, Scorpio, you're on that verge. So this is what I'm saying. Yes, this is what I'm saying, but this is what I'm seeing. You guys are right at that peak. Like I said, at the bottom of the deck, that tower moment with that releasing. You guys are releasing all this burdens, which is going to just excel you forward in whatever this is that you are creating for yourself. So people are going to start noticing this, and when people notice this, you're going to start noticing that people around their colors change. Some people, say for instance, they were not there to support you during your hardships, during the struggles. They watched you and they laughed behind your back. They talked crap behind your back, and they gossiped, right? Because we have the gossip card here. These people gossiped, they slandered your name. They didn't think that you would actually get where you were trying to go. They thought that they were being funny and being cute, right? But when you accomplish this, which is why I feel like this tower moment is you actually accomplishing it and proving it. So when you accomplish and prove this, these people, two things are going to happen. I see that there's people around you that are going to be like, oh, Scorpio, good for you. Can I have money? Can I have this? Like, they're going to want to butter you up so that they can take away all of that hard work that you did. And then there are other people that are going to really start attacking your character, or really start being mean or rude more aggressively to your face, while perhaps in the past they were a little more gossipy behind your back. So you're going to start noticing the relationships that you have around you at this time. Now, with that conjunction with that empowerment, you're stepping into your empowerment here, Scorpio. You're starting to actually activate parts of yourself that you once never realized you had. So I feel like you guys are actually stepping into your power. You're stepping into a different version of yourself that's an upgrade to what you once were. So you guys have worked really hard behind the scenes. You guys have put in the work that no one else around you have noticed. You have cried, you put your blood, sweat, and tears into everything that you did, and now it's starting to pay off. Because of that, it's almost like you guys are going to realize who is and isn't your allies, right? You guys are going to realize, and you might even get this surge of overwhelm when that tower comes in, because Scorpio, what I'm getting is you worked so hard to get to where you are, but maybe this took years, maybe this took months, but you're so used to the grind that when the reward comes in, you may not know how to handle it, right? You may not know, like, so learn to hold that, right? Because I noticed that, say for instance, when I get a lot of money, sometimes I don't know how to handle all that money on a subconscious level, so I want to spend it all really quickly or give it away to people really quickly. And it's like having to learn to not do that and to like hold that in. The rewards that you reaped, Scorpio, are meant for you. Saturn gave that to you. You worked your butt off to get the rewards you have. So what I'm seeing here is be careful with who you're giving your money to, who you're giving the resources to, who you're giving your time and attention to, because some of these people are not going to be meant for you. And it's almost like when you can withhold and give to yourself a little bit, that's when you're going to start noticing people's true colors. Now, Scorpio, you've been around people that have been gossiping about you. I feel like these people have been watching you do and work really hard to accomplish whatever this is for you. And I feel like you're around people that they're starting to notice it more and more. So like I said, when you're right about to hit that peak, you're going to notice people giving you more backhanded compliments or the fake nasty compliments, right? Where it's almost like they say something that seems like a compliment, but it's really actually very degrading to you as a human being and as a person. That's the type of energy that I'm sensing here. You have had to persevere through so much. You've had moments where you thought of giving up. You've had moments where maybe you've had to take a break. You've had moments where you've been discouraged, maybe from even these other people around you, to the point where you actually are like, oh, is this really worth it? Can I really do this? And Scorpio, I'm telling you, like, you're right at that finish line. It's like, you know, when you're running a marathon, and as you get closer to the end of the line and you're actually starting to hit the, like you're gonna win, you're gonna hit that finish line, your body wants to give out because you've been running and going for so long, but that's when you need to like keep going. That's when you need to push a little harder so that you can cross that line. And that's what I'm sensing that you're at currently, or you're, like I said, you're just right there to us receiving something. So here, this is a destiny. I feel like you guys have gotten out of your comfort zone. You've moved towards your north node. If you guys are not aware of what your north node is, there are two in astrology. There is a thing called south node and north node, and it's two little focal points in the moon, next to the moon. And one, the south node is supposed to represent your past lives, the things that you're comfortable with, and the talents that you might have had. The north node is what your soul wants to actually ascend to in this lifetime, and this is going to give you accomplishments and give you some kind of reward when you follow that. Of course, it's always very difficult to follow our north node. It's never an easy thing to do, but I feel like, Scorpio, that's what you've been doing. You've been getting out of your comfort zone. You've been doing the work. You've been putting in the effort. You've been working really, really hard to get to where you're at now. And I feel like you're around people right now that are distracting you or trying to distract you or trying to throw you off course because they see the hard work you're putting in. And I feel like you're just around a lot of people that are jealous and envious because they don't have that in themselves, or they're not doing that work. So they see you doing the work and they're getting like, oh, Scorpio just thinks they're better than everyone, when that's not the case, right? So we also have here creation. Whatever you guys are creating, it's going to actually appear in the physical. Whether this is you creating on something that is like an art piece, or you working your butt off at corporate and getting that promotion, whatever this is that you have worked on, which I feel like you guys have thought about it, wrote it down, visualized it, worked towards it. Like, you guys did the work, you manifested this, and it's actually going to appear on the physical plane. So it's like telling you to just hold on a little longer, just push through a little more, even though, again, I understand that that's hard. I understand that that's not an easy thing, but I feel like a lot of you guys, just be aware of what people are saying, or just be aware of even your own thoughts, right, Scorpio? Now is not the time to trip yourself up. Now is not the time to self-sabotage. Every time somebody says something negative to you, just think about how much, like, it's almost like, okay, so when you have haters, those haters are normally your biggest fans. They're normally the people that are watching you the most. And so when you actually accomplish something, that's going to give them incentive to do the same. Unfortunately, a lot of them still bash on people and they still hate on you, if you know what I mean, because that's what kind of hater is. But they secretly, low-key, are your biggest fans. So when people around you are starting to come at you or become combative with you, Scorpio, just take that as a compliment. Don't take it personally. It has nothing to do with you anyway. It's the fact that you're shining a light on what they're not doing. You're shining a light on where they need to improve. And that pisses people off. That doesn't make people feel good, right? Some of you guys, one of the things that I can see that could potentially trip you up is this perfectionism. Do not be a perfectionist. Like, I feel like you guys have worked really hard to get to where you are now, and I feel like you guys have been a perfectionist up to this point, but now is the time. It's like, let's say for instance here, Scorpio, okay, you've been working on a product, you've did all the tweaks, you've worked really hard on it, now it's ready to be published, or it's ready to be put out there. But you're like, oh, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I need to do this. I need to do that. No, it's perfect, right? It is what it is. Send it out, you know, because we can work all the time just wanting to like, oh, we can always be perfecting the thing we're working on. There's always room for improvement, but sometimes enough is enough and it's time to actually let it out to the world, right? It's okay that there's a little bit of mistakes, or it's okay that it's not exactly how you imagined it or wanted it to be, but it is what it is. So there's that kind of energy. Like, for instance, with these candles, I wanted them to be kind of done in a specific way, right? But unfortunately, it didn't work out exactly how I wanted it. But hey, I enjoy them. They smell great. They're awesome. So even though I'm a perfectionist at heart, I still had to let it out. I still had to say, you know what, it's fine. It is what it is. It's good how it is, right? So it's like you're needing to do that to yourself, right? You need to give yourself the support, because I feel like a Scorpio, unfortunately, around a lot of people that are not supporting you at this time when you really need it the most. But I feel like you guys are actually going to accomplish this. But just don't let the perfectionism that you have trip you up from actually receiving or bringing that creation into existence. So yeah, that's really what I'm getting here. I'm going to pull some additional message here with the tea leaves. I really think that a lot of you guys, because you're just around a lot of people that are negative, again, it's like there's something here about just not feeling supported and not feeling like anybody's really there for you. But I feel like you guys are you really are on that verge of like success. And the people, eventually you're going to find people that are going to be like-minded like you. So just hold off, Scorpio, and just keep doing what you're doing, because I feel like what you're doing is what is actually manifesting and creating for you, which is going to be a good thing. Okay, so we have here young woman, dealing a relationship with a young woman. So you guys could be young, or you could just be dealing with somebody here who's in a feminine energy that's young, that could be gossiping about you as well. We have here star, guaranteed success. Right? You guys are right there. Like, Saturn is rewarding you for all that hard work. Like, you guys are guaranteed success. We have Bo, you are highly thought of. A lot of people, okay, so here's the thing too, Scorpio. You may be noticing a lot of haters around you or a lot of people gossiping. Some of the gossip is negative, but some of the gossip is actually people saying, damn, Scorpio's working really hard, and that you're actually inspiring people, Scorpio. So keep up the good work. We have Tree, affairs with your family. Some of these, unfortunately, could be family members that are not supporting you, that could be gossiping about you. I also feel like you have some people in your family that are low-key admirers of you, and others that are actually just jealous and envious of you. So we have here Torch. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Yes. And I feel like you guys are also coming to that awareness, right, of people around you. You're kind of becoming enlightened to the situations around you. It's like things are becoming illuminated for you, the environment that you're in, the people you surround yourself with. A lot of these things are starting to kind of come together for you, and you're starting to see things for really what they are, Scorpio. And again, there is this sense, as well as you working on this, you achieving this, is also going to bring you some form of enlightenment or some kind of a spiritual understanding about yourself. So we also have here Yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. And that's kind of what I was getting to is, you worked a lot, you put a lot of hard effort into it, and you're just not noticing or seeing people, you're just not seeing the rewards. You're not seeing people around you cheering you on like you would, and that can be very frustrating. And in fact, the fact that you're working so hard too and maybe not seeing the results that you want can also be very frustrating. But I feel like here with that wishbone, a wish is granted. You guys have something beautiful coming in for you, Scorpio. So it's just like, keep your head up, work hard, keep going what you're doing, because what you're doing is actually not only going to benefit you, but even the ones around you that deserve it. And even you're showing your haters how to get shit done, right? How to do things. So that's really what I have for my Scorpios for the collective. I hope that this resonates for you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great and wonderful day, Scorpios. Thanks. Bye.